The Charlotte Hornets is in need of an fixer-upper. Looks like they are finally getting it right. Can LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller work as a duo for the Hornets? That's a question worth pondering about. Two prodigies from different worlds, one franchise desperate for a spark. LaMelo Ball, the flashy playmaker with global flair, and Brandon Miller, the sharpshooting prodigy from Tennessee, have converged in Charlotte. Can these two rising stars forge a partnership that reshapes the future of the Hornets? Let's uncover their remarkable journeys, their complementary skills, and why they could be the perfect duo to ignite a new era of success. Let's start from the beginning. The Hornets weren't just bad competitively, they were the laughingstock of the league at the management level as well. Most of it was because of events like the draft. Scouting the most skilled players weren't that easy for the Hornets, and teamwork, which plays a huge role in this game, didn't always come off easy for the Hornets lineup over the years. The NBA is built on partnerships. From Magic and Kareem to Steph and Clay, iconic duos have defined eras of basketball. The Charlotte Hornets are hoping they've found their own version with LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller. Both young, immensely talented, and uniquely skilled, they've become the foundation for a franchise longing to escape mediocrity. But can they truly work together? To answer that, we need to look at their origins, their skill sets, and their place in the Hornets' history. More importantly, we'll explore why this pairing could be exactly what Charlotte needs to rise to the top. Just to give some perspective, the Hornets had a series of bad lottery picks on players who either didn't have the talent or didn't have the mentality. Like the Bobcats era, that was just terrible. Adam Morrison way back in 2006, Cody Zeller in 2013, Noah Vonleh in 2014, Frank Kaminsky in 2015. There was no way they had footing in the game. So, finding LaMelo Ball after all those years was a big deal. Also, to step things up, they had their radar on Brandon Miller later on, hoping things might turn out great for the franchise. LaMelo Ball's story begins in Anaheim, California, on August 22nd, 2001. Basketball was in his blood, with father LeVar Ball grooming LaMelo and his brothers for greatness. But even in a family of stars, LaMelo stood out. At Chino Hills High School, he was the engine of one of the most dominant high school teams in history. In the 2016-17 season, he averaged 26.7 points, 10 assists, and 9 rebounds per game, helping Chino Hills achieve a 30-3 record. One unforgettable highlight came in February 2017, when he scored 92 points in a single game, dazzling the basketball world with his deep-range bombs and fearless drives. LaMelo's journey took an unconventional turn when he bypassed college to play professionally overseas. In Lithuania, he gained experience against grown men, followed by a stint with the Illawarra Hawks in Australia's NBL, where he averaged 17 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 6.8 assists per game in 2019-20. The Charlotte Hornets selected him with the third overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft, and he wasted no time making his mark. LaMelo won NBA Rookie of the Year in 2021, averaging 15.7 points, 6.1 assists, and 5.9 rebounds per game. By the 2022-23 season, he had blossomed into a full-fledged star, posting 23.3 points, 8.4 assists, and 6.4 rebounds per game while shooting 37.6% from three. LaMelo's court vision, flashy passing, and knack for elevating his teammates have made him one of the league's most exciting players and the face of the Hornets. Brandon Miller's journey couldn't have been more different. Born on November 22nd, 2002, in Antioch, Tennessee, Miller's rise was marked by consistency and hard work. At Cane Ridge High School, he dominated as a senior, averaging 24.1 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 4.3 assists per game. His stellar play earned him the 2021 Tennessee Mr. Basketball Award and made him a five-star recruit. Miller's transition to college basketball at Alabama was seamless. As a freshman in the 2022-23 season, he averaged 18.8 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 2.1 assists per game, earning honors as the SEC Player of the Year and Freshman of the Year. A signature performance came on February 22nd, 2023, when Miller scored a career-high 41 points in an overtime win against South Carolina, showcasing his ability to rise to the occasion. What sets Miller apart is his three-point shooting. He connected on 38.4% of his threes, attempting over 7 per game. At 6 feet 8 inches with a 7-foot wingspan, he brings elite length and defensive versatility, making him one of the most complete prospects in recent memory. When the Hornets selected him with the second overall pick in the 2023 NBA draft, they were betting on his ability to complement LaMelo's playmaking with his scoring and defense. The Hornets have had their share of high draft picks, but not all have delivered. Like Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, second pick 2012, a defensive ace, but his lack of a reliable jump shot limited his impact. Noah Vonleh, ninth pick 2014, a talented forward who never lived up to his potential, playing for 8 teams in as many seasons. And Miles Bridges, 12th pick 2018, an explosive athlete who showed flashes of brilliance but ran into off-court issues that derailed his career. The difference between LaMelo and Miller lies in their modern skill sets. Both are elite in areas the NBA prioritizes: shooting, playmaking, and versatility. Together, they could finally help Charlotte capitalize on its draft capital. LaMelo's greatest strength is his passing. His 8.4 assists per game in 2022-23 ranked him among the league's elite facilitators. He thrives on creating opportunities for teammates, whether it's finding shooters on the perimeter or throwing alley-oops in transition. Miller, meanwhile, is a shooter's dream. His ability to space the floor with his 38.4% three-point shooting will give LaMelo more room to operate. Miller also excels at moving without the ball, cutting to the basket, and finding open spaces, a perfect complement to LaMelo's court vision. In today's NBA, positionless basketball is king. Both LaMelo and Miller have the size and skill to play multiple positions. LaMelo can function as a traditional point guard or slide off the ball, while Miller can guard multiple positions and score from anywhere on the court. Few duos will be as deadly in transition. LaMelo's knack for pushing the pace and delivering pinpoint passes, combined with Miller's athleticism and ability to finish at the rim, will make the Hornets a nightmare on the fast break. The 2023 NBA draft featured other intriguing prospects, but the Hornets made the right choice with Miller, like Scoot Henderson, who's an explosive guard with a scoring-first mentality. However, pairing him with LaMelo could have created redundancy, as both need the ball to thrive. Amen Thompson, a versatile playmaker with immense upside, but his lack of a consistent jump shot would have hurt Charlotte's spacing. Miller's shooting, size, and defensive versatility make him a better fit alongside LaMelo, providing the balance the Hornets need to compete in today's NBA. Great duos are built on trust and chemistry, and LaMelo and Miller have all the tools to succeed together. Well, for the most part. LaMelo's ability to generate open looks will elevate Miller's scoring. Imagine LaMelo driving to the rim and kicking out to Miller for a dagger three. While LaMelo's defense is still a work in progress, Miller's size and wingspan give him the tools to guard the opponent's best players, easing the pressure on LaMelo. Both players have shown a flair for the dramatic, LaMelo with his fearless decision-making and Miller with his college track record of clutch performances. Since the franchise joined the NBA in 1988, the team has never even made it into the conference finals. Charlotte hasn't made the playoffs since 2016. With LaMelo and Miller leading the way, the drought could finally end. Their combined skill sets give the Hornets a chance to compete in a loaded Eastern Conference. The Hornets need to surround LaMelo and Miller with complementary pieces, rim protectors, 3-and-D wings, and veteran leaders who can guide the young stars. For years, the Hornets have struggled to establish an identity. With LaMelo's creativity and Miller's scoring touch, they now have the makings of a team that's fast, versatile, and built for modern basketball. LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller are more than just two talented players. They might be a symbol of hope for a franchise ready to take the next step. Their complementary skills, positional versatility, and potential to dominate together make them the ideal pairing to lead the Charlotte Hornets into a new era. These two are potentially one of the most talented duo in the NBA. Both have the skills and maturity to pull off a young team in a league that's getting tougher every day. But just as Brandon needs a general to lead him the way, LaMelo is another player to carry the load offensively for a team that's likely to have a breakout season. Fingers are crossed as always. The question isn't whether they can work as a duo, it's how far they can go. Will they simply bring playoff basketball back to Charlotte, or will they become the cornerstone of a championship contender? Stay tuned with Slim Can Hoop to find out.